Alright, so see what great things we have in store today. Indeed. So, let's begin with the usual stuff. Greetings, campers, and welcome to DeFrehn Live. I'm your host, Aidan DeFrehn. And how's it going, Freak Fox? So, as you may recall, last time on the series, we ended up working on the Bob Rivers' Twisted Christmas Carols. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here, but it's been doing that for some reason. I don't know how long it's gonna go on for, but hopefully it doesn't really affect the stream much. Hopefully. So, on today's episode, we're probably just gonna do some stuff. I really don't have anything special planned for today. How's your Halloween? Pretty good. And how's it going for King and Country Fan? So, let's just jump into it. So, I think I had an idea for what I wanted to do here. And how's it going, Heavamations? I think what I'm probably going to do here is add a Bezier curve. And then... hang on a sec. There we go. Rotate it 90 degrees. And then... because if we look at the scale of the room, I would be right here. So, boom. So I'm guessing this ribbon's gonna be pretty small. So, let's go into orthographic view. Just so it's a little more symmetrical when I do like some kind of ribbon. Oh yeah, Lee. Let's bring it back a little. There we go. That looks good. So, how was your Halloween? It's pretty good. Like I said earlier, but yeah. Yeah, it was good. Maybe slightly uneventful, but not by much. Looks like we're continuing some Twisted Christmas work in progress wonders. Yes, we are, kinda. I think sometime later in the stream I'm also gonna do something else. But for right now, this is what I'm probably gonna do. It looks janky, but it's good enough. And besides, I'm kind of going for that janky CGI kind of look. And then I was thinking of adding some pieces of fan art that I've received throughout the years. Yeah, so stuff like this. I guess maybe this. And one of my personal favorites, this. And then I think I'm just gonna from the looks of it. It's actually going to be in 2D, but the background's going to be like CGI. So it's like a 2.5D. Because I primarily work in 2D. And since I'm working in a more limited style, I'm hoping to get it out by December. Like, I think at the latest, I want to have it out by December 25th. Because, you know, Christmas Day. And then... You think I should convert this to a mesh? Because... Because... Alright, Bezier curve. Does it show up here? Oh, wait. Yeah. Alright. Bezier curve's not in here, so... Guess I might have to convert this to a mesh. Alright. Here we are. So then... Difference... Alright. .2D with 3D elements, sort of like Spirit and Sinbad. Of course. And thanks for featuring my drawing again. You're welcome. So let me... I think this camera might be in the way, so let's hide that for right now. Now these are just going to be background pieces, so... So it's like... It's kind of like a watch out Pixar kind of deal going on here. Because I'm adding in Easter eggs. Some provided by the fans, of course. Or people who just know about moi. I think if I have it slightly tilted, I think that could work. I see pictures from the Aidan art days. That must make you cringe. Yes, they do. Well... I don't know what you mean by the Aidan art days, but this was actually a remake from my... Yeah, I think these were all from... Well, except for this one. This one was still back when my DeviantArt was called Aidan Art 25. And this was a remake of an older drawing. And this was an entirely new drawing, so... Actually, in a way, it kind of represents the best of all worlds. Sheila, you take it slow, and I'll rock out the show. You get the best of both worlds. Put it all together, and you know that it's the best of both worlds. Yeah, I think that's good. Oh yeah, that is good. So now let me hide the camera. Let's see where we're at. It's pretty good. Alright. Yeah, I meant when you were in R25 on DA. Yeah. He still uses the Aidan R25 mention on his DA to this day. Actually, beginning in October, I believe, I dropped the Aidan R25 thing completely. How's it going, Donnie? So I think what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna render an image sequence. Hopefully there's enough for... Actually, I think for the opening shot, it's gonna be like a image sequence. And then when it gets to like the still shots, it's just gonna be images. Or at least images that have like 5 to 6 frames in them. Like an image sequence. So yeah, I'm good. What about you? I'm going good myself as well. So yeah. Anyway, the opening shot I'm probably gonna be an image sequence, which I think might make it easier to track, because this is just gonna be a 2D drawing, and so is the fire. I'm probably gonna use like maybe 5, 6 frames for the fire loop, because I've actually been doing a lot of analyzing when it comes to limited animation. See what makes it work. Not only within the time limit, but also with, you know, how stuff works. And then I'm just gonna... Actually, why don't I just add in the audio that I recorded with... Alright, it's right here. Audio. Intermissions. Right here. 871 frames, which rounds out to around... What song is this for? It's not for a song. This is for all the intermission scenes, you know, the scenes that take place in between the songs. And I think because of the time, I'm probably gonna have to cut out one song. That song being Wreck the Malls, because, you know, it's probably gonna be a long... I'm probably gonna put it on a DVD or something like that. The Wreck the Mall sequence. So yeah, all we're getting is the restroom door said gentleman and the chimney song. Which, speaking of which, I'm probably gonna start storyboarding that tomorrow. So yeah. Oh, hang on. Here we go. Waveform on. There we go.
Presents Bob Rivers' Twisted Christmas Carols.
And there's no music, as you can tell, because, you know, why would I need music for the temp audio? Alright. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to level this down a bit. Perfect. And then I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to cut out halfway in between. So that would be 211 frames. How's it going, DMB? How's the restroom door said gentleman coming along? As I said before, a pretty good chunk of it is done storyboarded. The first verse for it is fully storyboarded. And then I'm probably going to move on to the animation sometime soon. I might start Friday on the animation. So yeah. Is that Simon A's voice? Oh, no, that's... For those wondering what you just heard,
Drawn Out Studios, in collaboration with
no, that's not Simon A. That was me. I pitched I pitched my voice down to make myself sound more narrator-like, if that makes any sense. Alright. Yeah, I think this is just gonna be like a zoom-in shot, sorta. Not really. So I think... I'm surprised the people that do logo remakes for a bunch of things don't really use the graph editor. It's actually pretty effective when it comes to CGI, so... Actually, let me put this on local. That way I know where to... There we go. It's a pretty impressive voice timbre, or tone color. How's it going? Oh yeah, how's it going, Mikey? Yeah, I think I'm gonna start here, and then location. That's gonna be my starting keyframe, and then I think I'm gonna end it right around here. There we go. Now let's. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. T brings up the keyframe interpolations. This is very useful for a lot of things. Just doing some schoolwork. Nice. Alright. I'm at music club right now. I could barely hear you, lol. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. You know, music club. Which reminds me, I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna use some Hoyt Curtin music for the intermission segments. Not only because I want to get that Hanna-Barbera kind of feel to it, but also because, you know, if I want to go 60s, I'm gonna go 60s. If that makes any sense. Alright, so let's see how it looks. Also, it's now Doctor Who month, because it's turning 59 this year. Oh yeah, happy anniversary to Doctor Who.
And now, Drawn Out Studios, in collaboration with Atlantic Records, presents Bob Rivers' Twisted Christmas Carols.
Oh yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Did I ever mention that I also got into VFX not that long ago? When I was working on Style Swap Part 3, I planned to end it off like every other well, not every other, but the third Back to the Future movie. You know how at the end of Back to the Future Part 3, where Marty McFly hops out of the DeLorean, only for it to be destroyed by a train? I kinda wanted to do something similar to that, except replace the DeLorean with the Style Swap logo. Because, you know, it's the end of the series. How else would you end it off? As you could tell, Style Swap 3 was going to be Back to the Future themed. Sorta. Also, my icon's basically 60s Doctor Who. Cool. Alright. You know what, I guess I might as well show the other things that I've been working on. This is the text for the credits. You know how, like, every TV show has, like, an end roll that goes by pretty fast? I'm trying to do that with this. And then here's the sort of official logo that I'm going for. And then here's the main title card. Oh, I think this is animated actually. No, it isn't. Welcome to November, where the most intense challenge for the boys comes until December. Of course. Also, how's it going, Mitch? I was kind of inspired by Aidan when I was designing my original character for my local history show, since I was inspired by Jay's show INS, as well as Redacted's Logo Evolution series. Cool. Cool. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna render this as an image. Because, you know, animation takes time. Actually, why don't I just render it right now? Because, you know. But boom. Ooh, oh yeah, that looks good, actually. I'm surprised I haven't rendered this earlier. Alright, here it is. I think I'm just gonna put in cards. Like title cards, sorta. And then, you know, I guess I might as well render this too. Because this is practically finished. Should I just render this? Because... What do you guys think? Should I render this? Because, you know, I need advice. I'm planning on making it animatic soon. Anything helpful you could tell me? I think the only thing you need to know about making an animatic is that it's understandable to what you're trying to say with the scene, you know? The drawings do not have to be perfect. And I should know because I've worked on a few animatics myself. All that needs to matter in what makes a good storyboard is clarity. Alright. In terms of rendering, whatever enhappifies you. In other words, what makes you happy. Okay. Well, thanks. Thanks for that. Anyway. It might be a pain to have to mask out the fire with these three things. Actually, since I'm here, I might as well get started on the fire animation. So let's hop into Medibang. Let's make a new document. I think I'm just gonna go 2000 by 2000 for no reason whatsoever. So forgive me if it's pretty noisy. It's a pretty busy kind of day, you know? It's Tuesday. Everybody's doing something. You know what I mean? If you lost your pencil, and you lost your car, and you lost your air conditioning unit, use Mitsubishi in all instances. Oh yeah, is that some kind of Daniel Thrasher joke? Personal channel suggestion, watch Daniel Thrasher. An amazing musical skits channel. I already watch a lot of his stuff. It's pretty good. I think what I'm gonna do here is I think I might do the fire animation in Medibang. Maybe render it into an image sequence in OpenTunes and then stick it into Blender and then render it as is. 'Cause that's gonna work, right? Alright. So let's see. I'm probably not gonna do a music time today, because, you know, I'm probably not gonna do music time today and just skip to the Q&A session at the end, because, you know, it's hard to set up the piano and stuff like that. Alright. OMG, Aidan. You need to start doing voiceovers ASAP. Yeah, I have been told that before. And I'm planning on voicing a few characters in Posthumous as well, so... Except I'm not going to be voicing the main two characters for obvious reasons. Or what seems like obvious reasons. So I'm probably just going to hire 2 freelance voice actors to provide the voices of Boo and Deborah. However, I will be voicing at least the majority of the rest of the characters. Unless stated otherwise. It would make me feel 10 times better if your keyboard was a cheap plastic one like mine. How does the name Rock Jam sound for a keyboard? I think mine's the RJ5061. You could kind of say it's like a plasticky thing, so it might be. It's pretty decent, but yeah, it's decent for what it is. Plain, simple little ditties. Or as Red Hot Chili Peppers calls them, pretty little ditties. That sounds so wrong, but yeah. Anyway. I think... because I'm not good at drawing fire, so take this with a grain of salt. And I'm not good at effects animation. I'm slightly better at character animation. Alright. As long as it's decent. Alright. So then. And then boom. Yeah, I've mostly been studying character animation, so I'm not gonna be good at stuff like, character. Alright, hang on a second. Alright. Anyway, back to whatever I was doing. Alright. We have the fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning. Alright. So I'm probably just gonna have to cut this short. I was gonna draw the boulders characters later in the session, but, food calls. Or however the saying goes. But we didn't start the fire. Of course, it was always burning since the world's been turning. Did I ever mention I listened to a lot of Billy Joel? Alright, let's see how it looks. Maybe if I skew it a little bit. Hopefully that'll work. It's serviceable. Looks nice. Thanks. Alright. So, and then I think what I'm gonna do here is, and then I'll add the rest of it later. Wrong layer. And then I'll make this smaller. Same with this. Alright. Now let's see how it looks. Turn up the opacity of this one. Alright. Who's your favorite old artist? That's a very good question. Because I like a lot of them. I think what comes to mind for me would be either Edith Piaf or Frank Sinatra. I have a sort of diverse taste in music. Same. Cool. Cool. And then, oh yeah. I guess maybe if I bring this up a little. Because fire moves pretty fast. Oh yeah, that... Oh yeah, that works a lot better. And then I'll probably bring this up a little bit too. Oh yeah, that works a lot better. Right. Now this is pod racing. I don't care what universe you're from, that's gotta hurt. I actually own all the pre-Disney Star Wars movies in one way or another. Alright, let's take a look here. And I'm surprised by how many prequel Star Wars jokes Shafrillas makes. Or Shafrillas. Another cheesy quote from the Phantom Menace. One of many. One of many indeed. And then I think for this one, I think I'm just gonna... And I think this one might start to show. You know, come to think of it, I think I might be a little better at effects animation than I say I am. And then... I guess I should also mention that my phone's battery is not that good right now, so if my phone suddenly shuts off throughout this, then I think it might be my phone. Actually, let me close the gaps. Much better. No MJ fans? I mean, I'm a pretty big fan. And I should know because I usually dance like him. Okay, now I'm You did? Occasionally. It might have appeared on Facebook, which doesn't really make sense considering I don't use Facebook. But yeah. I think I'm probably gonna need a way to loop between these two. First, let me sample the colors from this one. There we go, and then... Yep. You guys know Captain EO? Oh yeah, that was the Disney attraction, right? Alright. 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 So, And then, alright, let me, and now let's look at it right now. Oop. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Close gaps. Boom. There we go. Alright. And then, and then, yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have this loop, or I guess I should really say transfer these to open tunes and then animate them there. Which reminds me, I think I gotta save this. There we go. Alright, guess that'll have to do for right now. So yeah, I think that'll be it for the stream. Well, not for the stream itself. Still got the Q&A session. So, if any of y'all have any questions, leave it in the chat. Any plans for 2023? I'm planning on getting Posthumous released by 2023. And maybe a little Kate Smith too. And of course, there's that project that I'm working on. Well, another project that I'm animating for. You'll hear more about it as time continues. I wonder if you take requests for songs in future DeFrehn Draws episodes. I mean, if you got any, and if it fits to whatever I'm going to be drawing, sure. Because usually I pick a song that usually relates to what I'm drawing. So yeah, if any of y'all have any ideas for songs for what I'm going to be drawing, feel free to put them under the community post for, a work in progress kind of thing. So yeah, 2023, I'm going to be working on a few projects, actually. Oh yeah, and of course college, but for right now, I'm going to be focusing on Posthumous, Lil Kate Smith, and the Secret Project. I don't know if I have to get permission from the people who created it to talk about it, but yeah. I briefly mentioned D. Bradley Baker was my favorite voice actor when I came into your stream. So I wanted to know, who is your favorite voice actor? Very good question. I like a lot of them. And especially since I interacted with a few of them, so I can't really pick a favorite. I can't really pick a favorite. Because, I like a lot of them. So yeah. Any more questions before we wrap this up? Favorite CN show? Probably gonna have to go with Dexter's Lab. And favorite 2000s cartoon? That's a good question. Because I have a lot of them, especially since I was born in the 2000s. Like, the early 2000s, like 2003. So if I had to pick a favorite 2000s cartoon, it'd probably be Billy and Mandy. Favorite film score composer? I have a lot of favorites, but a few that I've grown a much better... What's the word? Much more appreciation for. I'm probably gonna have to go for John Williams and Hans Zimmer. Yeah, some pretty good questions, actually, so, yeah. That's a lot of dropped frames. Hopefully it's not necessarily buffering. I'm probably gonna have to find a way to fix this problem. So yeah. So, alright, it's 4:53. Should I start wrapping up? Because, I have food to eat, so... How do you request drawings for future DeFrehn Live episodes? See, I have various different things called live requests. I started with live requests around 2021, back in June. Then there's spooky requests in October, and then holiday requests in December. I think I did a holiday request last year, so I'm bringing it back this year. This time I'm doing 25 days of requests. Please do music time for at least a little. Sorry, I don't want my food to get cold, so... Anyway. There's usually a Google form that I put out for each of those 3 request things. So, yeah. Next one's gonna be on November 30th. So, Freeform and Aidan now have one thing in common. 25 days of Christmas wonders. Yes, we do. So, I guess that might as well be the stream. So, alright, how do I end things off? Alright, how about... Yep, Freeform referring to the TV channel. So, join me next time as I probably draw the boulders. Because really, I have nothing else to do in November besides the People Are Crazy comics. Which I think that might be a future episode of DeFrehn Draws. So yeah. With that said, thank you guys for watching, comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!